Computer games today. With Seth. Computer games today. With Seth.
Okay, and well, coming up next, we have two members of the burgeoning arcade console maker, which is known as BitsPlay, and they have made a number of arcade experiences that have really caught on in quite a big way in most of the arcades of today. And here they are, and this is we have Dean and Bruce, and well, we just welcome them. And great, guys, tell us a little bit about yourselves and about your company.
All right, thank you very much. It's real nice to be here. I'm originally from Arkansas, and Dean?
Well, I'm also from Atlanta.
Tell you the truth, we're not old hands in the sort of a computer and games trade. Why don't you tell them, Dean?
Yeah, well, we're not much from a background of video games, but Bruce, he comes from the remote control industry, and I come from a background in barbecue sauce. And in the past few years, the market's become real oversaturated with barbecue sauce companies, and yeah, they got these computer games, and the older people, they say that these are just going to wreak havoc on the youth and rot their brains, but I think these are real good trainers for motor skills, and in a few years, you could have these kids joining the armed forces. And, they'll shoot down a couple common missiles just like that,
Yeah, I mean, whatever you got to do to protect the red, white, and blue, So anyway.
And, not to mention why we got in this, these guys playing these electric computer games, they're just having, they're just having a whole hell of a lot of fun. And it's great.
They got one of them games where you're just a marble. And you're trying to get through these labyrinthine levels just to get yourself to freedom. Anyway, I'm not real good with that kind of hand-eye coordination kind of stuff myself. But I've been watching some of these guys playing at the games, and, well, it just looked like a hell of a lot of fun,
Okay, great, and so you have a game that you're marketing and bringing to us, and it's currently only available in arcade consoles. I have a copy for my computer, but for the average consumer, it's not available. It's called Border Patrol. It's a real great synopsis and just a real great adventure. And, what can you tell us about that?
Well, what the game is about is really just...
Dear Carlos,
it's a young man, and he's Mexican, and he's just trying to get to the land of opportunity.
At the border, man. There are guards, guns, gangs, and mountain lions. But mostly, watch out for Dale Peterson. Don't let him catch you. That gringo and his hombres hate dudes like us. Oh yeah, and look for my letters at each checkpoint. I will see you soon, cabron. If you make it alive.
Look out. Dale and his ranchers.
Hey! Hey, you!
we're in talks right now with some of the guys from Sega, a couple guys from Nintendo, really trying to back the Neo Geo right now, get in there.
The thing about these games is you aren't going to the Circus Arcade to play them. You can buy a console and you can hook them right up in your home computer or your TV VCR, and it don't take no tapes. You don't need a remote, and you can just sit down and you play great games. What kind of titles we got over there at BitsPlay? We got Squid Master, we got Ninja Nightmare, we got Cooks on the Run. Just a couple of titles that BitsPlay has come up with in just the past year.
And the really exciting thing too, I'm just really excited with it. We're even in talks in making this into a full-length feature, feature movie. So I'm thinking Steven Seagal can be the Mexican. Yeah, he can be the immigrant trying to get over the border. And, Jean-Claude Van Damme, he'll be one of these renegade rodeo rancheros, just trying to protect his land from these guys,
What I'm saying is video games like this, they're going to take over. And in 10 years from now, there's not going to be any more Hollywood. Consoles, Instead of movie theaters, there's just going to be a row of consoles, and you're just going to pay your $250 and just go in and play whatever game you want to see. And I come from the barbecue sauce industry, and if it's one thing that I know about people, it's that if you get that mix of just the right spices and just the right seasonings, and you have your sweet and your savory, and you could feed anything to people. And I'm telling you what, it's just like a video game, and they have people eating right out of your hand. If you have the right graphics and if you have the right images coming off that screen and the right sounds, there's some good text going on the bottom there, then that's the right ingredients. You have people buying your whole game.
So you heard it here first, folks. Mark my words. BitsPlay and Border Patrol is going to be the Hollywood of the future. You can look no further than us for the future of entertainment in the United States of America.